my super beautiful, lovely, gorgeous souls. Welcome to Rainbow Moon. I'm bringing you guys a reading today for Virgo with any of these air signs. Twin flame separation, current energies, sort of maybe some status, a little bit of energies leading up to separation, what's going on in the journey. We'll hear from the Divine Masculine deck that I have and the Divine Feminine deck that I have. We'll talk about mirroring and shadows and soul lessons. So let's get right into this. I'll leave timestamps. We're going to start with Virgo and Gemini. So Virgo and Gemini. Let me just put those cards aside. Okay. So in separation, energies leading up to separation. Let's see what was going on in this union. And don't worry about however it resonates, guys. If you resonate more with Divine Masculine energy, fine. If you resonate more with the Virgo messages, it really is what Spirit is directing towards you to hear something of importance. All right, so I feel like somebody's waiting for a return. Like I'm putting the card with Gemini because I feel like that's where the energy is. So I feel like Gemini is like waiting for Virgo to return. You know, they're sort of like hoping that Virgo's going to reach out to them. Wow. So I feel like some of the energies leading up to this was very sort of catastrophe written all over it. I feel like this was like a big fight or like a big turmoil event that happened leading up to this. There was definitely communication breakdown. There was definitely not seeing eye to eye fights, arguments, sort of the things that you dread. And I also feel like there was some kind of like a shocking truth or something very shocking that came out. I feel like there's also a little bit of immaturity with that. So that's what I'm gathering from Gemini's perspective. Let's see from Virgo's perspective, and we'll dive into more energies here. All right, so I feel like Virgo is very warm, very comforting, very emotional, very empathic, and they do have feelings of love for their twin here. But I feel like they're turned away. They're in an energy where they've decided that they need to turn away, I feel like, and focus on themselves is what I'm picking up on. Yeah, I feel like they're having a hard time balancing their emotions, though. So I feel like they go hot and cold. Like they feel kind of, like they can sort of bury their feelings for a little while, but then they resurface. Like a hot and cold, like an up and down is what I'm getting. I also don't know if there was suspicions here that somebody cheated or that was capable of cheating, or there was like micro cheating going on. I also feel like there's spying going on. So somebody's like cyber stalking, checking up. I also feel like there was things that were being kept, secrets that were being kept. Okay. And the Virgo energy, I feel like, is just very trapped in their own way. I feel like they feel very imprisoned by these energies. I feel like they can't get over this. Like they can't get over their own head, like what's in their own head. They're having a really hard time. They also feel kind of victimized here. So I don't know if, like I said, if somebody, cheated or was with someone else, or something else was going on, but I feel like the Virgo energy to me feels very trapped, very victimized sort of energy, like they can't get out, they can't escape. Yeah, and we've got the devil, so to me that's really confirming sort of like fear, bondage, the things that like you dread, like the worst thing you dread coming out in a relationship. I feel like it came out. Like if it was cheating, that was your worst thing. I feel like it came out. I also feel like there's a lot of lust between these two, like very sexual and very sort of magnetic to one another. Okay. But it also says to me there's fear here, fear of commitment. There's fear of being tied down. It also says to me that there's some trust issues and possibly even some codependency or addiction issues going on. So let's see what else. Yeah, I feel like the two energies here connected enough to know that they wanted to be together and build, but there was a lot of stuff going on both their sides separately is what I'm getting. Okay, so let's get into the Divine Masculine energy and see what the Divine Masculine energy has to say about this. So we've got two different cards popping out. We've got dishonest and distractions. So, in that time that you were about to sort of go your separate ways and separation, I feel like, yeah, there was dishonesty, like we were picking up with the moon card, and sort of like hidden things, hidden agendas. Also like shadow side that they didn't want you to see. I also feel like the energy was very immature and they were trying to just serve their own needs. Like they're going to go play video games when they feel like playing video games. They might have been playing games with you too. They're going to go off with their buddies whenever they feel like it, or their friends whenever they feel like it. They were not honed in to you, to your energy. Okay. And I feel like because of that, the divine feminine energy felt trapped, sort of victimized, betrayed, sort of like fearful to say how they really felt. Yeah, we've got immaturity. They just weren't ready for commitment. I was picking up on the immaturity in the beginning. They definitely weren't ready for commitment. I feel like they're still not. They're still in this energy of immaturity, wanting to be almost like I'm gonna say male. Okay, divine masculine is boy. Okay, they want to be almost like a teenage boy. Okay, that's what you're dealing with. You're dealing with like a teenage boy. And let's see what we're getting for the divine feminine. So we've got a yes, be patient popping out. Okay, so divine feminine, if you've had any questions, we're gonna put that there. You've got a yes, be patient. Okay, so right now, yeah, look at this unrestrained. So you got to set yourself free from this. Even if you make strides every single day, to say that you're not still caught in this, it's showing in some other areas of your life, okay? And it's definitely showing in the cards. I feel like you will have your opportunity to say your piece or say what you needed to say, but right now, like, you're really not really ready. I feel like there's a lot of stuff in your mind you're sorting out, a lot of stuff, a lot of mental energy. And you definitely do have to open your eyes to this. I feel like you thought it was just easier to sort of turn your back on this or sweep it under the rug and it wouldn't hurt so bad, but because you didn't confront those feelings in the beginning, it's left you sort of in that trapped energy. So we've got, yep, give yourself peace. Absolutely. And only you can do that. Only you can do that. You can't count on your twin to give you that peace. Okay? Because they're not responsible to give you that peace. You're responsible for that self peace. Okay. Yeah. And we've got self-destructive. So I feel like you need to release. You need to start to release. You need to maybe, look up some guided meditations. I have guided meditations on my channel. If you look in my playlists, but you should definitely look into like releasing and doing some shadow work and figuring out where the triggers were here. Because that Eight of Swords card, to me, I feel like you're very, very trapped in this energy. And they're just immature. They're not like on your level, okay? Like when it comes to relationships, they were like hot and spicy and feisty and all that sexual like energy coming at you, but they just aren't in control of like what they really want out of a relationship or what they really need. Does that make any sense? So let's see what was mirrored. What did the divine masculine mirror to the divine feminine? Yeah, defensiveness. I feel attacked when people point out my shortcomings. Okay, so you may have called them out on this divine feminine and they responded with either lies or half-truths or defensiveness. So that was something within them that's a wound from probably their childhood that they have not dealt with. And that may be why they distract themselves a lot, okay? So let's see about yours, divine feminine. And I say yours because I get a lot more divine feminines on my channel than I do divine masculines. We've got jealousy wounds. I don't want to compete with anybody. So yeah, if they were like even just flirting with somebody and you found out about it, I feel like that would drove you into a crazy frenzy. So they opened up a jealousy wound. Spirit is trying to lead you to figure out where that jealousy wound comes from. So let's see the soul lessons. What is the soul lesson for you in separation that you need to work on? Well, we've got balance. I bring a state of perfect harmony into my world, and I do so without judgment. Okay, so if this was like an infidelity thing, you might be judging that other person, but Spirit's like anybody can get caught up in these kinds of messes and these kinds of relationships. So I feel like it might be trying to teach you a little bit of that. It also might be trying to teach you your self-balance. Like, where do you feel too sad like all the time maybe and not being able to find the happy? Like I'm feeling like there's just no in between. You're either all one way happy or all one way sad. So I feel like Spirit was trying to teach you about this and also to confront your feelings when they're happening, because I feel like that's what that Eight of Swords, and theirs is about failure. I understand that a mistake is only an opportunity to learn. So they may have failed in a lot of relationships. They might keep saying, oh, I'm ready for a relationship, not even just with you. It could be with even other connections that they've had. And it could also be that they have failure wounds because a lot of the things they've done in the past they didn't succeed at. So I feel like they're very distracted, very immature energy. And Spirit's trying to teach them, to go forward and take chances and learn. And they're just not even in that energy yet. Like they're curious and they're thinking about opening up more to all these things, but they're just like going back and forth with this kind of imbalance and this kind of, I can only say it one way, immaturity. So let's get an angels, see if there's any time frames, if there's anything specific that angels want us to know from my angel answers deck. Let's see. So we've got recovery. So this could be a time for the two of you to really do your healing and work on your progress in life and set goals and turn your attention to yourselves so you can be your best selves is what I'm getting from that. And it could be a actual physical recovery, like recovery from addiction, or it could be recovery from, some kind of a mental problem, or a physical recovery. Yeah, it could be. Look, we've got improving health. So yeah, there's something going on with that. It could be mental health and it could be physical health. So yeah, I feel like in this time, I would say, maybe in the next 3 months, Spirit is having you really look at these issues about this connection and working on helping you with your health. Okay, I hope that was helpful, guys. Please let me know what you think. Let's get on now to Virgo and Libra. Virgo and Libra. Let's see what we're getting for Virgo and Libra. Energies leading up to separation. Anything we need to know about this connection. So we've got Knight of Cups in reverse. To me, this is feeling like not accepting love or not having the same ideas about love as someone else does. And we've got Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Interesting. So I feel like this person does not want to let go of their independence. Wow. Interesting energy. I feel like this is the Libra energy. I feel like Libra does not want to let go of their independence when it comes to love. I feel like they're afraid to love because they're afraid they're going to lose their independence. So in this twin flame union, I feel like they're more focusing their energy on fighting the feelings of love. Like, does that make sense? Like, they're fighting it. I also feel like you served them a good helping of justice and sort of put this in their face a little bit, and they're definitely contemplating this now. I feel like they might have been with someone else before you. Maybe they were going through a divorce. Does that make any sense? Or they were dealing with some legal issue. Either way, if that's not the case, I feel like they are definitely a person who's very picky and very indecisive and trying to learn about balance in this life is what I'm getting. So in the Virgo energy, we're getting Ten of Swords, which is a completed cycle to me, but also feeling completely defeated, like that you just can't get up, that you can't move. We get another 10. Wow. So I feel like all your hopes and dreams, all your planning, all your everything with this person is completely defeated and destroyed. You're just so done. You're at rock bottom. You're so just, look at Nine of Swords. Wow. So Virgo is in a tormented, transfixed energy where it's just like they cannot break this cycle of the torment feelings. They can't stop ruminating over the past, that they worked hard with this person. They built with this person. They wanted with this person. The Libra energy just could not accept the love at the time. Virgo's energy is very nurturing and very much wanting to be received in this connection. But I feel like there was something that Virgo needed to see here about maybe diving in too deep or going into something too quickly. I don't know. I'm going to get more cards. But I feel like they're in this energy now because they needed to see something about this connection, that it might have not been what they think all along. Maybe this person was like a different person in the end. Yeah, I get building together. So I feel like this all fell apart. Might have been they almost were like engaged. There's something about major commitments here. And then I feel like the Libra energy thought they might have wanted that, but they're like, oh my God, I'm going to lose my independence. What about me? Like, what about my plans? What about my goals? I also feel like the Libra energy put something on hold for this. So let's see, because then we're going to get into the divine masculine and divine feminine energies. Yeah, and somebody feels very attacked. I feel like the Libra energy could have been like, this is too quick for me, this is too much for me, this is too fast for me. Like, yes, I feel this way about you, but I'm not really sure. It was a very, I feel like their energy feels like they were like, oh my God, being backed into a corner. All right, so let's see the divine feminine energy here in this connection. What's going on with that? All right, so there's possessiveness. Okay, so I feel like they really got fixated on this connection. Very fixated, almost too much fixated, okay? And the need to let up from that. This is sort of like, oh, poor me in a punishment energy. So I feel like they may have responded to your possessiveness with, oh, whoa, you need to back up. I'm not the one to be pulling that on, okay? Because the Virgo energy and the Earth energy is very grounded and very material and very about what they have. So this might be what Virgo needed to see, that the possessiveness, is a toxic emotion that needs to go, and they might be trying to rid themselves of that. And we've got reaching limits. So that explains that 9 of Swords. It's like these thoughts are really putting you in like a stranglehold, and you just can't get out of your head. So I feel like you're also reaching your limits with the fact that you really want communication. Divine feminine with the divine masculine. The Libra energy is what I'm getting. I'm getting Virgo as the divine feminine, and I'm getting Libra as the divine masculine. It doesn't have to resonate that way. Don't worry if it doesn't. And we've got some childhood wounds for Virgo. So this could be in separation a chance for you to learn now how to let some of your childhood wounds surface. And the possessiveness might be a core wound. So if you can do a little bit of study or research on that for yourself, I feel like that will really help you release. Because what I'm getting is you need a release from this. And the divine masculine energy, stand alone. They need to be single right now. They don't have any other love interests. They need to be single right now. I feel like they need to learn how to be on their own, how to be responsible for themselves in life, how to work, how to earn, how to like do their goals and keep their options open when it comes to their goals. Yeah, they're defensive. I feel like, yes, that's that way I was getting like in the beginning, that they're like, whoa, this is too much. I also feel like if you call them out on it, they're gonna meet you with defensiveness. Right now they're feeling this way. They feel like they have to defend themselves. They feel like they have to defend their beliefs about what was going on in this connection. They feel like they have to defend the fact that they want to like go into the world and keep working on their goals, and they feel like they don't have time for commitment, or they can't work it into their life. Or it's like an all or nothing I'm getting too. Yeah, stripped away. That's good, because I feel like that's them literally picking through a lot of things in their life that weren't working before. So you definitely helped them, divine feminine, open up to this energy. So let's see what was mirrored. What was mirrored from the divine masculine to the divine feminine? What was mirrored from the divine masculine to the divine feminine? Look at this. I can't, guys. You saw me shuffle. Lack of self-focus. I learned to always take the attention off myself. So now they need to put the attention on themselves. Interesting. So you could have been this catalyst for them to start to do more for themselves. That's a good thing. That's what we want in twin flame separation. Divine masculines have to come into their money and their career and their power and their that feeling good about what they're doing and secure and all of that. And divine feminines usually wake up first and have more emotional issues to work through. So with the divine feminine mirroring to the divine masculine, we've got, I feel the need to control things. Yes. And that could have to do with possessiveness and the childhood wounds. That's abandonment. I'm getting abandonment. So you have to go to the core of that, to the trigger of this, and try to figure out if you need to forgive in those moments, if you need to release, let go, if you need to meditate on things, or you need to seek somebody that specializes in that to help you release it, is what I'm getting, okay? So let's now look at the soul lessons, because those are important too. Soul lessons for this connection. Divine masculine is patience. I accept that everything happens in divine order. So they might want things to happen more rapidly for them in their career so they can push through to get back to you or show you what they've done. I feel like there's something about them wanting to show their progress to you, okay? But they're working on patience right now, and you should be with the honesty, divine feminines. I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can't expect it from myself. Wow. So I feel like there's forgiveness has to occur because divine masculine may have lied to you about something that they couldn't really explain it the right way. Like they couldn't even get their words out the right way. So I feel like you felt like they weren't being honest with you. I also feel like in the beginning of the reading when I was saying that they felt like the love was too much, they couldn't accept love at that time, they weren't honest with you about that. So I feel like that's something that they're going to have to be working on or work out, but more for you to let go a little bit and maybe forgive them for not being able to be honest is what I'm getting, because I feel like that's causing you a lot of grief. And maybe that's part of the reason why you're having a difficult time letting go of that possessiveness. All right, so let's get into some angel answers and see what we've got. All right, so we've got big happy changes and we've got remain positive. So I feel like in the next 3 months, I'll just say, I feel like these energies are separate. You're separate now. Your twin flame cord energy connection never can die. It can never be severed. But you're in separate energies right now, working on these changes, okay? So I feel like that's what Spirit's trying to convey here. Like, better is coming. So just stay positive. All right, I hope that was helpful. Let's get on to Virgo and Aquarius. So Virgo and Aquarius, let's see energies leading up to separation, sort of what's going on now. Let's see what we're getting here. Ooh, my cards just want to fly out today, guys. Crazy. Spirit is anxious. All right, so Virgo's in a steady, stable energy. Very brokenhearted. I feel like a third-party situation has occurred here, and they definitely are working on like their dark and light and their balance in life. So yeah, so I feel like Virgo, maybe in the divine masculine energy, doesn't have to be that way. I feel like they're in good balance of that though. Their divine masculine and their divine feminine energy, but they're definitely brokenhearted here. Okay. So I feel like, I don't know if Aquarius went with somebody else. Let's see. Yeah. Aquarius did not know what they wanted. Difficult time trying to figure that out. They're definitely thinking about the past a lot and you in that energy, but they weren't ready to receive love. Okay. This is kind of a theme right now, I feel like, with a lot of the divine masculine energies, but I don't know how this is going to resonate with you guys. You take it how it resonates. So what I'm feeling is that, yes, to me, I can't receive this love right now. They also might have been hung up on the past or past mistakes, past relationships that hurt them. So they might have been fearful. I feel like they got a lot on their mind, Aquarius energy, a lot on their mind. Let's see the divine masculine. Avoidance. Yeah. They can't deal with it. Temptation. Yes. There we go with the third party. And emptiness. So I feel like whatever the divine masculine does, nothing fills that emptiness for them. It's not filling it. They're letting temptation take them away from you. They're letting temptation, like, put them into situations that are not really healthy. They've done this in the past. I feel like they're trying to break through this, but they just can't. They just don't know how. They don't know what to do to get to that. But whatever they do, they cannot fill that emptiness. You filled that emptiness for them in a way where it scared the shit out of them. That's what I'm getting. So they continued with that cycle of the way they've always been, and it really hurt. Yeah, restless. Let's see what we get for the divine feminine. Their energy is so restless, they can't be settled. They can't be tamed. Let's see what we got. Yep, stand alone. It's time for the divine feminine, I feel like, to be by herself, stand alone, learn to be happy being alone. It's okay to be alone. Stand in your power, do things for yourself, set goals, go after your dreams, all those things. Ooh, they seduced. Wow. So I get that there's a very seductive energy, very sexual, very sexy, but I feel like they definitely seduced and made you feel almost like a little bit of a sex object. I feel like this is very sacred to the divine feminine. She's like, I don't give myself like this. Like, I give myself out of love. But I feel like this particular connection between Virgo and Aquarius, I feel like Aquarius tempted Virgo in a way they never have been. So this is why they're like all up in arms about this connection. Yeah, in the past they were repressed. I feel like they set that free. Oh my God, that's amazing. All right, let's look at the shadows. All right, what did the divine masculine shadow to the divine feminine? Stubbornness. I don't like admitting my feelings. Come on, I can't. They really wanted to be with you. They really wanted everything that you had to offer. They just can't admit it. They're in that emptiness energy. Like I said, you gave them some type of fulfillment they never had before, divine feminine. So let's see, what did the divine masculine mirror to the divine feminine? Self-doubt wounds. I don't believe in myself. Yeah, and that could be part of that sort of virtuous energy that you're carrying, that you know, you may have to be learning about yourself right now. You may have never really known yourself, is what I'm getting from spirit. And your divine masculine was teaching you how to know yourself. So the theme that you guys' connection carries, let's get the soul lessons for the divine masculine and the divine feminine. Divine masculine is perseverance. I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to. So they may need to start achieving some goals for themselves and fill that emptiness with other things in life, like more happiness for themselves. Let's see what you're getting, the divine feminines. Surrender. I can release my need to control. So I feel like that's telling you to let go a little bit now, because you're doing exactly what you need to be doing, and the divine masculine is doing exactly what they need to be doing. It's just timing now. So let's see if we get anything from angels about timing. Let's see what we get. We've got peaceful resolution. So you may come back together to clear things up or apologize. That could be on the horizon. It could also be that you will resolve your issues and come back together. Let's see what else we're getting. We've got communicate clearly. So Spirit's like, when this does happen, when this connection does happen, you need to really take advantage of it and try to think about everything you need to say. Like, don't hold anything back. Okay? Spirit's like, say your needs, say your wants, say what you will and won't tolerate. Like, take that strength on for yourself. And we've got choose a new direction. So Spirit's like, you need to go away from this a little bit now. It's okay to do that. It's not going anywhere. It's your divine connection. But you have to live your life, is what I'm hearing from Spirit. So I hope that that was helpful, guys. Please let me know what you think. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and check the description box for links for my Twin Flame Separation support group on Facebook and for my private reading information if you'd like a private. And I will see you guys in the next reading. Love and light.